September 2026 brings Virgo into a financially important period where careful planning, practical thinking, patience, and attention to detail can create meaningful progress. This month is not simply about making more money. It is about understanding where your money is going, recognizing which opportunities are genuinely valuable, and building a stronger financial foundation for the future. You may enter September with a growing desire to bring greater order to your financial life. Perhaps you have been thinking about increasing your income, finding a better job, negotiating better compensation, starting a side business, paying down debt, increasing your savings, or finally creating a financial plan that feels realistic and sustainable. You may also feel that you have reached a point where simply working harder is no longer enough. You want your effort to produce better results. September encourages you to take that realization seriously. For Virgo, financial progress often begins with organization. You naturally notice details that other people overlook. You can identify unnecessary expenses, recognize inefficiencies, compare options, analyze information, and create systems that make life more manageable. These qualities can become powerful financial advantages during September. The month asks you to trust your practical instincts, but it also encourages you not to become so cautious that you miss a genuine opportunity. There is a difference between being financially responsible and being afraid to move forward. September may present opportunities that require you to make a decision. You may need to choose whether to accept additional work, negotiate your salary, invest in a new skill, begin a side income project, or make a larger financial commitment. Take your time. Gather information. Compare the options. Then make your decision with confidence. One of the strongest financial themes for Virgo in September is the possibility of improving income through professional connections, networks, and opportunities created by other people. Some astrology forecasts for the month emphasize gains through professional communities, side projects, and recognition of your expertise. This means you should not underestimate the value of your professional relationships. Someone you know may mention an opportunity. A former colleague may contact you. A friend may introduce you to someone who needs your skills. Previous client may return. Someone may recommend you for a project. These situations may appear ordinary at first, but one conversation could eventually lead to something financially meaningful. This is why September is not a month to isolate yourself completely. You do not need to become extremely social. You simply need to remain open. Let people know what you do. Let people know what you are capable of. And when someone asks whether you can help with something, do not automatically underestimate yourself. Virgo often possesses valuable skills without realizing how much other people are willing to pay for them. Your ability to organize information can be valuable. Your attention to detail can be valuable. Your ability to solve problems can be valuable. Your analytical thinking can be valuable. Your communication skills can be valuable. Your reliability can be valuable. Your ability to notice mistakes before they become expensive can be extremely valuable. Ask yourself a simple question. What problem can I solve better than most people around me? The answer may reveal a new financial opportunity. If you work in an office or professional environment, September may bring increased recognition for your work. You may be given greater responsibilities, asked to participate in an important project, or placed in a position where your ability to organize and manage details becomes especially important. This can create an opportunity for professional advancement. But remember, Virgo, being useful is not the same thing as being properly compensated. You may be the person everyone depends on. You may solve problems quietly. You may take care of details that nobody else wants to handle. You may consistently produce reliable results. But if nobody understands the financial value of your contribution, you may continue receiving responsibility without receiving the compensation you deserve. September encourages you to become more aware of this difference. Keep track of your achievements. Write down successful projects. Record measurable results. Remember compliments from clients or supervisors. Document situations where your work saved time, reduced costs, increased sales, improved efficiency, or prevented problems. If you eventually negotiate your salary or request a better position, facts will be more powerful than emotion. Do not simply say that you work hard. Show what your work has produced. You do not need to be aggressive. You simply need to be clear. For Virgo natives searching for employment, September can be especially useful for improving professional positioning. You may discover that your current experience can qualify you for opportunities you previously considered out of reach. Do not automatically reject a position because you do not meet every requirement. If you meet most of the qualifications and can learn the rest, consider applying. Your ability to learn quickly and work carefully can become one of your strongest advantages. During interviews, avoid focusing only on what you still need to learn. Talk about what you already know. Explain how you solve problems. Describe the results you have achieved. Show people that your attention to detail is not simply a personality trait. It is a professional asset. At the same time, September asks Virgo to be careful about one financial weakness: overthinking. You may analyze an opportunity so deeply that the opportunity disappears before you make a decision. There are times when research protects you. There are also times when excessive hesitation prevents progress. You do not need perfect certainty. You need enough information to make a reasonable decision. Once you have checked the important facts, understand the risks, and considered the consequences, allow yourself to move. Financial growth requires both caution and action. September also encourages you to examine your spending habits. You may already be more financially conscious than many other signs, but being careful does not automatically mean every expense is necessary. Small expenses can accumulate: subscriptions, online purchases, food delivery, unnecessary memberships, convenience fees, impulse purchases, repeated small luxuries. Individually, they may seem harmless. Together, they can create a noticeable financial leak. Take some time at the beginning of September to review your recurring expenses. Look through your bank statements. Look at your subscriptions. Look at your recent purchases. Ask yourself which expenses genuinely improve your life and which ones simply happen because you are accustomed to paying for them. You may discover that removing a few unnecessary expenses creates more financial breathing room than you expected. There is another important lesson for Virgo this month. Do not confuse being financially responsible with refusing to enjoy your money. You work hard. You deserve to enjoy some of what you earn. Saving every cent while constantly feeling deprived is not necessarily a healthy financial strategy. The goal is balance. Create room for enjoyment. Create room for saving. Create room for emergencies. Create room for your future. When your money has a purpose, you can spend without unnecessary guilt. September may also encourage you to create a more structured savings plan. Instead of simply saying, "I need to save more," give your savings a specific purpose. Perhaps you want an emergency fund. Perhaps you want to purchase property. Perhaps you want to start a business. Perhaps you want to travel. Perhaps you want to become debt-free. Perhaps you want to build investment income. Whatever your goal may be, give it a number. Give it a deadline. Then divide the amount into manageable steps. A financial goal becomes much easier to follow when you can see measurable progress. Virgo responds well to systems. Use that strength. Create a separate savings account. Automate transfers when possible. Set monthly targets. Track your progress. Review your results at the end of every month. You do not need to become obsessed with every number. You simply need to know where you stand. September can also be a good month to invest in yourself. This could mean professional education, a certification, better equipment, software, training, language learning, marketing, or developing a skill that can increase your earning potential. Not every expense is a loss. Some expenses are investments. The important question is whether the investment has a realistic path toward creating future value. Before spending a significant amount of money on education or equipment, ask yourself what you expect to gain from it. Will it help you earn more? Will it help you attract better clients? Will it make your work more efficient? Will it open a new professional opportunity? Will it help you become more competitive? If the answer is yes, the expense may have long-term value. But if you are buying something simply because it looks impressive or because everyone else is doing it, wait. Your money deserves intention. For Virgo entrepreneurs, September can bring opportunities to improve the structure of a business. You may realize that your current system is no longer efficient. Perhaps you are spending too much time doing tasks that could be automated. Perhaps your pricing needs adjustment. Perhaps you are taking on too much work for too little profit. Perhaps you need to improve your marketing. Perhaps you need to create clearer packages or services. Perhaps you need to stop working with clients who consistently create problems. This is where your Virgo nature becomes extremely powerful. You can analyze the business. Look at revenue. Look at expenses. Look at profit. Look at customer acquisition. Look at repeat customers. Look at your time. Look at which services actually make money. Sometimes the answer is not working more. Sometimes the answer is working differently. September may help you recognize that distinction. If you are considering increasing your prices, do not automatically assume that customers will disappear. If your service has improved, your experience has increased, or your demand has grown, your pricing may need to reflect that. You do not need to apologize for charging fairly. Your time has value. Your knowledge has value. Your experience has value. Your reliability has value. Your results have value. Financial growth often begins when you stop undervaluing yourself. Partnerships may also become financially important during September. Someone could approach you with a business idea. A colleague may suggest collaboration. A friend may want to start a project with you. A professional contact may offer a joint opportunity. The idea may sound promising. But Virgo should remember that financial partnerships require clear agreements. Do not rely entirely on trust. Put important details in writing. Discuss responsibilities. Discuss money. Discuss ownership. Discuss deadlines. Discuss how profits will be divided. Discuss what happens if the project does not succeed. Clear communication at the beginning can prevent major problems later. Investment matters should also be approached carefully. You may hear about an investment opportunity that appears attractive. Perhaps someone promises strong returns. Perhaps a friend tells you about something that supposedly cannot fail. Perhaps social media makes a particular investment appear extremely popular. Do not let excitement replace research. Virgo's natural analytical ability is one of its greatest financial protections. Use it. Read the details. Understand the risks. Investigate independently. Consider what could go wrong. Never invest money simply because someone else is enthusiastic. And never allow anyone to pressure you into making a financial decision immediately. A legitimate opportunity should survive careful questions. If someone becomes angry because you want time to research, that is itself useful information. Sometimes the smartest financial decision is waiting. September also brings an important shift in how Virgo may think about wealth. You may begin to realize that financial security is not about appearing successful. It is about having options. It is about knowing that an unexpected expense will not completely destroy your stability. It is about being able to leave a job that no longer respects you. It is about having enough savings to handle uncertainty. It is about having the ability to invest in an opportunity when it appears. It is about being able to help the people you love without putting your own future at risk. This is a deeper form of wealth. You may also need to reconsider the relationship between perfectionism and money. Virgo sometimes waits for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect job, the perfect business idea, the perfect investment, the perfect financial situation. But perfection rarely arrives. Progress does. September asks you to focus on progress. Your financial plan does not need to be flawless. It needs to be useful. Your savings goal does not need to be enormous. It needs to be consistent. Your side business does not need to become successful immediately. It needs to begin. Your negotiation does not need to be perfect. It needs to happen. Your first step does not need to guarantee the final result. It simply needs to move you forward. Around the middle of September, you may become more serious about your long-term financial direction. You may begin thinking about property, investments, retirement, business ownership, or creating multiple income streams. This is a good time to think beyond the next paycheck. Ask yourself where you want your finances to be 1 year from now. Then ask where you want them to be 5 years from now. The answers may surprise you. You may realize that your current financial habits are not completely aligned with your future goals. That realization is not a failure. It is useful information. You can change your strategy. You can reduce unnecessary spending. You can increase your income. You can learn new skills. You can create another income stream. You can renegotiate existing commitments. You can begin again. There is no shame in changing your financial plan when your circumstances change. Family finances may also require attention during September. You may find yourself helping someone close to you. Perhaps a family member needs financial assistance. Perhaps there is a shared household expense. Perhaps a major purchase needs to be discussed. Your practical nature can make you the person others turn to when financial decisions need to be made. But remember that being responsible does not mean becoming responsible for everyone. You can help people without sacrificing your own stability. You can be generous while maintaining boundaries. You can support someone without taking on every problem they have. Sometimes saying no is a financial decision. Sometimes protecting your future allows you to help others more sustainably later. September may also bring attention to property or household expenses. Perhaps you are considering moving. Perhaps you want to renovate. Perhaps you need new equipment for your home. Perhaps you are thinking about purchasing something expensive. Do not look only at the initial price. Consider the long-term cost, maintenance, repairs, taxes, utilities, insurance, transportation, unexpected expenses. A purchase should fit into your entire financial picture, not simply your current desire. The more expensive the decision, the more important it becomes to think beyond the excitement of the moment. As September progresses, you may notice that your relationship with money becomes calmer. You may feel less pressure to compare yourself with other people. You may become less interested in appearances. You may care more about stability. You may realize that someone else's lifestyle does not determine whether you are successful. Someone may have a bigger house, a newer car, more expensive clothes, more followers, a larger business. But none of those things automatically mean that person has greater financial freedom. Your goal is not to compete with someone else's life. Your goal is to build a financial life that works for you. By the final part of September, some of the decisions you made earlier in the month may begin producing visible results. A professional conversation may lead to better compensation. A new client may appear. A side project may generate its first meaningful income. A financial leak may finally be eliminated. A debt may become easier to manage. A savings account may begin growing more consistently. A business idea may become more realistic. The improvement may not look dramatic. It may be quiet. But quiet progress is still progress. You may look back at the beginning of the month and realize that you are thinking about money differently. You are not simply hoping for more. You are creating better systems. You are making better decisions. You are becoming more selective. You are protecting what you earn. And that is a major financial transformation. Virgo, your greatest financial advantage this month is not luck alone. It is your ability to notice what others overlook. You can identify problems before they become serious. You can create systems. You can analyze information. You can improve inefficient processes. You can make practical decisions. You can build slowly and consistently. These qualities may not always produce instant results, but over time they can create extraordinary stability. Do not underestimate small improvements. One unnecessary subscription removed. One additional client. One successful negotiation. One new skill. 1 month of disciplined saving. One debt payment. One carefully researched investment. One better professional connection. One decision to stop undervaluing your work. These actions may appear small individually. Together, they can completely change your financial direction. September is not asking you to become obsessed with money. It is asking you to become intentional with money. Respect what you earn. Protect what you have. Grow what you can. And give your money a clear purpose. Most importantly, remember that your financial past does not determine your financial future. Maybe you made mistakes. Maybe you spent more than you should have. Maybe you trusted someone who did not deserve your trust. Maybe a business idea failed. Maybe a job did not pay you what you deserved. Maybe you experienced a period when money felt uncertain. Those experiences can become lessons. They do not have to become your identity. September gives Virgo an opportunity to build a more mature, organized, and confident relationship with money. You are learning that financial success is not only about earning more. It is about managing better, saving consistently, investing wisely, negotiating confidently, recognizing opportunities, avoiding unnecessary risks, and creating more freedom through the money you already have. Your next financial breakthrough may not arrive as a dramatic fortune. It may begin with one organized decision that nobody else notices. A budget, a conversation, a new client, a salary negotiation, a new skill, a canceled expense, a savings plan, a decision to wait before buying something, a decision to finally charge what your work is worth. One of those decisions could eventually become the beginning of a much larger transformation. Remember this, Virgo, your financial future does not need to be created through one perfect decision. It can be built through many intelligent decisions made consistently, patiently, and with purpose.